saddled with the duty of writing songs about your love. It's something that composers ought to do. My heart is young, though not in years, but I see love through a lens of fear. It's hard to tell the falsehood from what's true. I recognize the sputtering of broken hearts when they take wing. They need the strength of two where there's just one. Hey, CM. I've seen the shot off Cupid's bow miss its mark and crash below my feet. I gaze ahead and I walk on. World don't perish, sky don't fall until I'm with the one I love. A world don't perish, sky don't fall on me. World don't perish, sky don't fall until I'm with the one I love. A world don't perish, sky don't fall on me. Hey, Andy S. I notice that you're generous. You heal my heart with tenderness, and my imagination starts to run. But in the club of lonely hearts, I am a patron of the art, and I know how it ends before it's done. World don't perish, sky don't fall until I'm with the one I love. A world don't perish, sky don't fall on me. World don't perish, sky don't fall until I'm with the one I love. A world don't perish, sky don't fall on me. I dreamed we shared a moment where you drew me in, caressed my hair, and whispered softly in a dulcet tone. I close my eyes as if it's mine to feel that tenderness one time again. My eyes flash open, I'm alone. World don't perish, sky don't fall until I'm with the one I love. A world don't perish, sky don't fall on me. World don't perish, sky don't fall until I'm with the one I love. World don't perish, sky don't fall on me. Hey, Andy and CM, I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you for being here. I'm Lisa Jeanette. Let me just say that. I'm Lisa Jeanette, and I'm going like this because I'm trying to get my guitar in the viewfinder. This is every Wednesday but one, and that means on the first Wednesday of the month, I'm not here, but every other Wednesday, I am. Hey, Brother John. Yay, thanks for coming. You know what I didn't do is shut off my phone. So, not that anyone would call except my husband, which is, if you were here last week, and I think the ones that are here were here, my landline was ringing. That was my husband, of all people, because he thought something was wrong with my sound, but it's actually, I think it was his laptop. So just so you know, I can see both the Facebook comments and the YouTube comments. So if I'm commenting on someone's comment and I sound like a crazy person, it's probably because you're on Facebook and they're on YouTube, or vice versa. So that is what you might be hearing. So I don't have a set list tonight. I kind of know the things I'm going to play. And Andy, since you're here, I think I'll jump right into a cover. And where's my shark? Oh, there it is. Okay. Whoa. All right. Things are tight here because I had to fit my harpsichord and the guitar. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can do this. This is a Harry Chapin song. Love Harry Chapin, and it's called The Winter Song. When the summer passed by my window and autumn chill was in the air, there's a special kind of lonesome round that ending time of year. When the leaves fell and they drifted 'neath the trees that soon were bare, I felt the wind blow ever colder, and suddenly you were there. We laughed and scuffled while the snow fell, and the cold gave your cheeks a glow, and in your arms came evening, the kind of peace I know. Often I'd wake at midnight, mid some icy winter storm. Then I would find you beside me, and you made the night seem so warm. Now I'll go my way, you go your way, now that the winter's come and gone. But somehow, with the springtime, your golden warmth still lingers on. It's a Harry Chapin song, and yeah, that's for you, Andy. First time I ever played it, really, live or otherwise. I mean, of course I practiced it, but first time I ever actually played it out. So that is, I love Harry Chapin. I just love him. Oh, thank you so much, Andy. That's a compliment coming from you. I know how much music you listen to, so thank you for that. That's wonderful. And now I'd like to play the Bill Stain song that I wanted to play last week and didn't happen. So need the track again. Because I got the other song stuck in my head and I couldn't get, this is my favorite Bill Stain song. Of the ones that I actually know he wrote, which apparently are, I'm kind of not, thanks Andy. This is called Roseville Fair. Oh, the night was clear, and the stars were shining, and the moon came up, so quiet in the sky, and the band was a-tuning, I could hear them now, playing Coming Through the Rye. You were dressed in blue, and you looked so lovely, just a gentle flower of a small town girl. You took my hand and we stepped to the music with a single smile. You became my world and we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Your drifting tunes seemed to fill the air so long ago, but I still remember how we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. Now we courted well, and we courted dearly, and we'd rock for hours in the front porch chair. Then a year went by from the time that I met you, and I made you mine at the Roseville Fair. And we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, but I still remember how we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. Hey, Reese T. Yay! Reese T and D. And here's a song for all of the lovers, and here's a tune that they can share. May they dance all night to the fiddle and the banjo, the way we did at the Roseville Fair. May they dance all night to the fiddle and the banjo, the way we did at the Roseville Fair. Now that is a Bill Stain song. I wish I tried to play last week, but I couldn't get it out. And I thought I'd come back to it, and then I never got back to it. But Bill Staines, we lost Bill Staines last week, a really wonderful singer-songwriter that I heard for the first time at Lansdowne Folk Club, not maybe 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And I actually listened to his version of that song. I listened to a bunch of versions of that song. There's a lot of really interesting ones. But I listened to Nancy Griffith's version, who we also lost this year. If we were TCM, we'd have like a whole, minutes and minutes and minutes of time of people we lost this year. But her version, she does different pronouns. And I was like, well, maybe I should do that. And I was listening to that a long time and hearing her do these different pronouns. And then I decided I'm going to keep the pronouns. It's so much easier to keep the pronouns, and who really cares? I'm singing a song, whether it's in a woman's voice to a woman or a man's voice to a woman or a man's voice to a man, it doesn't matter. So, it's my favorite too. That's awesome. Yay, thank you. This is a song that I have probably never played out. When I say play out, it means play in front of people. Maybe I did a couple times, but this is one I rarely have ever played, and it's one I wrote, and my brother John's gonna recognize this because I played it for him once and he laughed a lot because it's about a woman. We grew up in a row home in Philadelphia, and there was a woman that lived on my street, and she's just she's very 1950s classic woman. She just was, the picture of what you would see. And her name was Vivian. And I didn't change her name to protect the instant because I don't think anyone would ever know. I don't think she's going to find me on YouTube, but who knows? If she does, maybe she'll be flattered. I don't know. Maybe she'll hate me. So this is called Vivian. Her name was Vivian, and she was one of the neighbors that lived in the house with the coach on the door. Her name was Vivian. She was a beautiful woman. Her smile made the world better, and I just adored her. Watching her feet as I knelt down behind her at church, her heels touching made an upside-down V. It stood for Vivian. I couldn't wait for the moment when she'd turn around and she'd smile back at me. Her name was Vivian, and she was such a mystery to me. I wondered of all of her secrets,
clutched a handkerchief scented with lavender adorned with white chantilly lace. It held her innocence, and if it should happen a tear would escape from her eye, she held it to her face. Her name was Vivian, and she was such a mystery to me. I wondered of all of her secrets and dreams. I only knew she was a lady. One day Vivian walked down the street. On her arm was a man in a gray flannel suit with a tie. He was a gentleman. He tipped his hat as they passed, and she winked at me as they walked by. Her name was Vivian, and she was such a mystery to me. I wondered of all of her secrets and dreams. I only knew she was a lady. Hey, Cece. I can't remember when the last time I saw her. It's all been a blur. It's been years since I last saw her face, but I remember when I was a child on the street where I grew into a young woman having dreams too. Vivian, I wanted to be like you. Cece, I'm so glad you're here. Donna, nice to see you. I have two Donnas here. One's not on, one's in the background, but two Donnas. How did I get that lucky? So thanks, Cece, for joining. That's so nice of you. Cece is also a singer and artist and has so many interesting things going on. Some vinyl project thing that he's doing that I don't know much about, and I can't wait to hear more about it. And something with Three's Company, which I love that. I watched your Three's Company. He did this whole thing. Thanks, Reese T. He did this whole thing of he drew the living room of Three's Company and had all the characters, and it was just an amazing like artwork. And the characters were movable, and the furniture was movable, and it's just people do amazing things. It's just it's really remarkable what some people come up with to express their art. The entire Vance group. So I don't want to be, what do you call that? Proliferating? What do you call, well, I can't think of the word, but I don't want to be like, stealing Vance's fans. I mean, he's so wonderful to promote me. So in case you don't know, Vance Gilbert is my coach, and I'm a fan of his. And a lot of people on this stream right now are fans of Vance fans. And they've been so good and kind to come because Vance promotes me on his show on Mondays at 7:30 on YouTube, on his YouTube channel. Always fun and funny, and he's just he's such an entertainer. It's just always a fun thing. So you check it out. But yeah, thanks for being here, everyone. I think I'm going to switch to piano. I'm going to do the Soundtime songs again because I felt like I didn't do Soundtime justice last week. And Stephen Sondheim is another artist that we lost. And I'm going to try this again. If I don't get it right, I'll try it again. But this is called Not a Day Goes By. Not a day goes by, not a single day, that you're somehow a part of my life, and it looks like you'll stay as the days go by. I keep thinking, when does it end? When's the day I'll have started forgetting? But I'll just go on thinking and sweating and cursing and crying and turning and reaching and waking and dying and oh, not a day goes by, not a blessed day, but you're still somehow part of my life, and you won't go away. one's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. No one's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around. Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays. I'll send them howling, I don't care, I've got ways. No one's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna dare. Others may desert you, not to worry, whistle, I'll be there. Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time, nothing can harm you, not while I'm around. Being close and being clever ain't like being true. I don't need to, I would never hide a thing from you like some. No one's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna dare. Others can desert you, not to worry, whistle, I'll be there. Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time, nothing can harm you, not while I'm around. Thanks, John. That is called Not While I'm Around. That was Not a Day Goes By and Not While I'm Around. Let me just maybe turn down the piano a little. And I could have been a little heavy on the piano. Okay. Aw, CM, you're so sweet. I'm glad that you like my music. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Aw, whoops. Oh, I think I hit. Oops, I didn't mean to hide that. Oh, no, I can't get rid of it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Abby. Thank you. Oh, Abby, you might have missed my Harry Chapin song. I didn't do Sandy yet. I did a winter song, but I know you're also a big Harry Chapin fan. So I think I'll do another one of my songs. I did a lot of covers, and I actually have 2 more covers on my Pepto-Bismol pink harpsichord. Harpsicle, not harpsichord, harpsicle, which I wore a matching outfit. So, okay, I'm gonna do one of mine from Jellyfish. For you and I, there is no distance, no future, no past tense, no sense of time. For you and I, there is no heaven, no hell to be forgiven, no reason, no rhyme. For you and I, there is no history, no sense of mystery, there is no why. For you and I, we are not earthbound, we never touch ground when we can fly. Can you imagine that we have never begun and that will never end? Can you imagine that we are not separate at all, but that we're just one spark lighting up a sky full of love? What brought us close? The law of attraction, but human reaction is keeping us alive here. You bring me home, a place I can let go, and I don't even really know until I arrive there. Can you imagine that we have never begun and that will never back so much more. You give me back so much more. You give me back so much more. And that song is called, what is that song called? For You and I. It's from my Jellyfish on the Moon CD, which you can get on my website, lisajeanette.com. And you can also, you could also get my Chasing Happy CD, which is kind of a new thing on my website. Wasn't always there. So that's the little commercial I have. Make great stocking stuffers, Christmas gifts, holiday gifts. So, John, how's the piano now? Does it sound okay? Yeah, CM, yeah, that is totally my Carole King song. It's like, yeah, it's, I was definitely channeling Carole King when I wrote that one. Yeah, and that's rarely happens. It's rarely like, oh, I'm gonna write a song like that person, but it just sort of came out that way. So, let's see. Let's do some fish songs. I am a coleoid. I'm every squid you've ever eaten. I am the octopus whose garden you said you would like to be in. I'm in the family of cephalopods. I used to wear shell-like armor in shallow waters where I'd harbor from jaws that would like to crumble me. It was harm I tried to avoid. Wearing a shell gave me protection, although it prevented much affection. No one would swallow me whole. But then I wrapped my soft mantle around my shell's handle, making me stronger and folding it inside of me, becoming my backbone, one that was homegrown, making me lighter so I could swim in the deep sea. I am a coleoid. With a backbone, I'm a deep diver, a 300 million year survivor. I outlived the dinosaurs. And was that an asteroid? Rocking my world with such precision, taking the blunt of my collision. I rang to the deepest part of me, and then I wrapped my soft mantle around my shell's handle, making me stronger and folding it inside of me, becoming my backbone, one that was homegrown, making me lighter so I could swim in the deep sea. Have you noticed my tentacles? They have a reach you can be sure of. If you were to hug me, you would feel love like you have never felt before. Was that me you enjoyed? Did you order the deep-fried calamari? Well, it's okay, don't be too sorry, 'cause my kind will outlive yours. And that is a fish tail. A fish tail. The mic might be better a little to my left, which is that way. I don't know if I can get it any further in. So, oh, maybe I'll just do this. How's that? There we go. Okay, I think that's what he meant. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, like I said, I don't have. Oh, I know what I'll play. This is also from Jellyfish on the Moon. Reese T, I had a day. But that's normal me, forgetting things. When I lose my mind, when the dementia comes, no one will know the difference, because that's just, I've always been this way. I ran
as fast as I could, down to the storefront corner, peeking over the rows, hoping to see the promise of the Ferris wheel, part of the sphere, winking back at me from the sky. I could see colors, the lights all aglow, oh, how they twinkle at night. It's time for the carnival, can I go? Hop a ride on the merry-go-round. Let's glide to the top of the Ferris wheel. I can see everything better from here. Didn't have much to hope for, never dreamed of diamonds or rubies. Came by the crazy, honestly, learned how to act scene from the movies. Ah, you should have seen me back then. I was drunk with desire, I wanted to be good at something, good to someone, prove them all to be liars. It's time for the carnival, can I go? Hop a ride on the merry-go-round. Let's glide to the top of the Ferris wheel. I can see everything better from here. I sit on the bench in Cape May, October last mute on the shore. The church is a junkie's playground, the Connies don't stop there no more. Yes, it's a bit chilly in autumn, but I'm still seeking thrills and I have the right. No one should hold that against me, everyone deserves to see pretty lights. It's time for the carnival, can I go? Up a ride on the merry-go-round. Let's glide to the top of the Ferris wheel. Doesn't matter how fast you go fast or slow as you might. All of life is a circle, catch as you can, don't hold on too tight. Just when you think you've gone forward, you might go backward again. Don't waste your time counting accomplishments if you can't count on your friends. It's time for the carnival, can I go? Hop a ride on the merry-go-round. Let's glide to the top of the Ferris wheel. I can see everything better from here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks. It's one of my favorites too, the Ferris wheel song. It's nostalgic for me and thinking about carnivals and growing up in my neighborhood. Yeah, so that's that one. What have I not done? Oh, I haven't done my harpsichord songs. Okay. Be right back. This is tricky. I have this piano, which is kind of toward the wall, and I have the guitar over here on a thing. Oh, and I have a... Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to try to turn this a little bit. So I'm going to try to, hopefully you'll hear all of this. Or maybe you don't want to. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I'm not going to give caveats and excuses about what's going to happen right now. I'm just going to have it happen. And then someday, you're going to say to your friends, or to your other friends that might be here, oh, I was there when she couldn't play that thing, because I'm going to learn to play this thing. Just not quite there yet. But, so I promise 2 Joni Mitchell songs on this. Pink Top too, I know. I'm Peptomaniac. Wait, I got this too. I was going to bring this out a little later, but no, I'm not going to wear this. I'll save that for later. All right, gotta get serious here. And this takes, sorry, Joni. It's coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees, picking up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I can skate away on, but it don't snow
here it stays pretty green. Gonna make a lot of money and quit this crazy scene. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby cry. You know, he tried to help me, he put me at ease. Loved me so naughty, made me weak in the knees. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. And I'm selfish and I'm sad and I lost the best baby that I've ever had. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby say goodbye. Just before our love got lost, you said, I'm as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine, tastes so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I'd still be on my feet. Oh, I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints, and I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said, love is touching souls. Sure, you've touched mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I would still be on my feet. I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours. She knew your life, she knew your devils and your deeds, and she said, go to him, be with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I'd still be on my feet. Is anybody still here? I don't know how to play this yet. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I should know how to play it because it was a Christmas gift. It's not a waste of a good fishing line. Good. Good. Oh my gosh. Wow. So I don't play the harp, Andy. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, I missed too much stuff. I missed everything. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, hi, Cindy. Oh, thank you so much. That's awesome that you're here. You took a listen in. Thank you so much. What else should I do now? Okay, I don't have a set list tonight because I don't know why. It just happened. Let's see. I think, yeah, it takes guts to go and play an instrument you don't really play, and then play one of the hardest singer-songwriters to cover. That is what a fool does. So, okay, maybe some more guitar. Yeah. I also have to thank my husband, Rich, for improving my sound. So I have this StreamYard that allows me to be able to post this to YouTube and to Facebook at the same time. And my sound was this just wasn't that good, and Rich figured it out, and we tried it. Well, anyway, I'm not going to tell you that boring story, but the sound's much better, and I'm really thankful. Moxie. Okay, we'll call it that, Abby. Moxie. That's what I got. Oh. I'd been so high on your love, came to rely on your love. Now I ask why. I got a degree in your love, got a paper decree of your love for eternity. But now you don't look my way. My knees for your love, sued your enemies for your love, cut down family trees. But now you don't look my way. I faced every fear for your love, shed salty tears for your love, gave my best years. But now you don't look my way. Who made the stars cross up in the sky? Who got you singing the new tune? Who made your heart skip a beat away from mine? Who put the lasso around the moon? You know that I feed on your love, I beg and I plead for your love. I've got a need. You don't look my way. You know I would die for your love. God knows I've tried for your love. You're not satisfied. You don't look my way. have to show without your love? Who do I know? If I don't know you, please set me free from this love. Lord, rescue me from this love. You're all I see. You don't look my way. Who made the stars cross up in the sky? Who got you singing on your tune? Who made your heart skip a beat away from mine? Who put the lights around the moon? Where do I go without your love? What do I have to show without your love? Who do I know? If I don't know you, please set me free from this love. Lord, rescue me from this love. You're all I see. You don't look my way. That's called You Don't Look My Way, from Jellyfish on the Moon. Speaking of jellyfish, I'm going to play another fish song called Jellyfish on the Moon. Itching my nose. In the early 1990s, NASA sent 2,500 jellyfish into space. Thank you. They brought back 60,000 jellyfish. When they brought the jellyfish that had been born in space back to Earth, they found that the jellyfish could no longer tell up from down. They had evolved. And I get it. I wasn't born here, I was born on the moon. I don't know what's up or what's down. I wasn't supposed to leave my home. I wasn't supposed to be found here with gravity holding me close to the ground. I have a resistance to east and to west. I don't want to go either way, but with much persistence I'm moving on. But in what direction I cannot say, because gravity is holding me close to the ground. I am a jellyfish birthed on the moon. I'm evolving. I am a jellyfish birthed on the moon. I'm revolving, and I don't know now, but I'll find my way somehow. You wouldn't believe if I told you the truth. You won't understand what it meant. Turns out my life was transported here. I was a mad scientist experiment, and they let me go and released me into the cold. I am a jellyfish birthed on the moon. I'm evolving. I am a jellyfish birthed on the moon. I'm revolving, and I don't know now, but I'll find my way somehow. Excuse me, please, there has been some mistake. I was born to be free and floated out of space. You brought me down to earth. Now I can't find my place, and I'm topsy-turvy. I'm topsy-turvy. I am a jellyfish birthed on the moon. I'm evolving. I am a jellyfish birthed on the moon. I'm revolving, and I don't know now, but I'll find my that is Jellyfish on the Moon from the album of the same name. And I think I've done 2 of my Brahms trilogy, so maybe I'll do that. I'll maybe do 2 more. And then we'll see what happens after that. Do I want to do those 2? Okay. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Cece, CM. This is the story of Clara Schumann. She was an 19th century, mid-19th century composer and virtuoso pianist and touring musician. She lived in Germany, she toured the Netherlands, she toured England, she toured Russia. She was the breadwinner of her family of 7, and she happened to be married to Robert Schumann, who was the premier composer of his day. He was the kingmaker. And one day, Johannes Brahms knocked on their door and rocked their world. I am married to the kingmaker, but of all the kings he chooses, Jojo's the ball breaker, he's a heart taker, and they call him the darling of the muses. As I entered the parlor, Jojo sat at the piano. He had diamonds in his eyes and his hair was a halo, and he began to play like nothing I'd ever heard. It was crazy, made me dizzy, I think smoking is the word. King is in the counting house, counting all the voices in his head. Jojo kisses my children at night and tucks them into bed. We traded tunes for days, took evening walks after tea. Nothing happened, I'm ashamed, though there was no impropriety. But he does give me a charge, and he blows all my fuses. How did I fall in love with the darling of the muses? Tongue started wagging after me and my kids. I wish I'd had half the fun that they'd imagined that I did. But I got bills to pay, I got work to do. Ain't it funny how Jojo didn't get a scarlet letter too? The king is in the counting house, counting all the voices in his head. Jojo kisses my children at night and tucks them into bed. The kingmaker left me when he jumped into the Rhine. The voices in his head were so much stronger than mine. But I loved him with a vengeance, every moment here gone. He left me with Jojo, but he also left me all alone. The king is in the counting house, counting all the voices in his head. And when he took his last breath, I turned to Jojo and said, let's take a trip together, but he blew his kisses to me. He said he'd rather be alone or as long as he was free. Now my heart is broken twice, and I'm left with all those bruises. How did I fall in love with the darling of the muses? And now I'm in the counting house, counting all the voices in my head. And now I'm in the counting house, counting all the voices in my head. And now I'm in the counting house. That is called Darling of the Muses, and I was definitely channeling Joni Mitchell, and that song definitely was an inspiration for that type of tune. And that is part of the Brahms trilogy, which is 3 songs that I've written about the love triangle between Clara and Robert Schumann and Johannes Brahms. Thanks, Cece. Yeah, and if you have the album and you listen to the end, or on Spotify or Pandora or whatever, the end where everyone's talking, like there's all these voices, with the voices in the head, that was like my idea in the studio, which, you know, I don't get too many of those, but the producer really didn't make a lot of those kind of choices. But I asked if the band could just like talk, and he's like, you know, Glenn Barrett, my producer, is like, what do you mean, have them talk? And I was like, yeah, just have them say anything, just stream of consciousness, just say anything. And he was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I was like, just try it. So we tried it, and they were hilarious. I mean, I have the whole, you can only hear little parts of it here and there, but they went on, and they were just so funny. It was really, I could not believe how animated and crazy they were. I had no idea they would be that good at it, but they're really good at just improvising words. One was talking about I wanted to be a plumber, and the others, it's just so crazy. It's time for more wardrobe. Whoops, hold on, how do I do this? All right, you're not gonna be able to see the hat, the hat and the guitar at the same time, but just know there is a hat. And it's pink, a little brighter than the Pepto-Bismol pink. I was lucky enough to convince Vance Gilbert to join me on this song, Mrs. Claus, on the album. And I'm gonna play it feebly for you here. It's not gonna be the same as the album. The album is, he's just brilliant. And I'm actually doing a video on it right now. So I'll be releasing that soon. It'll be out there. This is a environmentally cautionary tale. Thanks, Donna. Hey, Andy. Oh. Who's madder than the Mad Hatter? Who's angry and has good cause? Who's grumpier than the Grinch? I'm pretty sure it's Mrs. Claus. She's the brains behind the business. She's Santa's shop's backbone. Santa's workshop is slowly sinking, and Santa works from home. The North Pole is home to Santa. It sits on a big old sheet of ice, but the ice is slowly melting. Santa's gonna need a flotation device. The snow's fallen here for thousands of centuries, long before hunters and gatherers roamed. Mrs. Claus has seen the documentaries, documenting her melting home. She's trading Santa's reindeer for porpoise, trading a sleigh for a big old boat. She's writing up a habeas corpus, 'cause she's a prisoner of this melting moat. The North Pole is home to Santa. It sits on a big old sheet of ice, but the ice is slowly melting. Santa's gonna need a flotation device. Who's madder than the Mad Hatter? Who wants there to be better laws? Who wants to save Santa's workshop? I'm pretty sure it's Mrs. Claus. I'm pretty sure it's Mrs. Claus. You know it's Mrs. Claus. That is Mrs. Claus. That is on the album. I was actually a single release before the album came out. And it's a lyric. I'm working on a lyric video, which isn't like, it's, well, that is what it is. So I thought I would show you my tree. I don't know how it'll look on the video, but I put a tree up. And this is a tree I don't always put up because it was my single life tree. And Rich and I usually put up our married life tree, which is like ornaments that we've collected over the years. And yay for Mrs. Claus, woo-hoo. Thank you. And so what happened with that was, I go to Vance for coaching and I brought him the song. And he just started interjecting all these little things in between the verses, in between the lyrics, and in between the lines. And he's like, you have to do that. And in that voice that he does. And I'm like, how am I gonna do that? Like, will you do it? He's like, you have to do this. I'm like, so will you do it? And he agreed, which I was like so happy. And we did it in quarantine, so he did it in Boston and, sent the tracks down, and it was a lot of fun. And it made the song, honestly. So, I was gonna show you my tree, which I don't know. Oh, that's gonna be hard. All right, I'll just turn this, well, that's gonna be hard. There's a tree over there. It has Victorian
all the ornaments are pink and Victorian. And it was my single life tree, and I love putting it up because it reminds me of when I lived with my mom and we built this tree. I have a funny story I'll tell, and then I'll let you guys go. But we had this very feminine pink tree I'm looking at. It's like all white and pink, and it's a green tree, but it's like, white lights. And when my mother decided she was going to move in with my brother, we had been living in an apartment for years and years and years, and it was time for me to be on my own and for her to do something else. So she moved in with my brother, and my brother said, we're not having a pink tree. We're having a masculine tree. So for years, me and my sister every year would get the most masculine ornaments that we could come up with. Like fishermen, and there was a guy sitting on a gun case, a casing of a gun, and there was eagles ornaments and Budweiser ornaments and all these really quintessential masculine ornaments, which was just funny. So I like my feminine tree. But I can't really show it to you because I'd have to unplug things and then you wouldn't be able to hear me, which would be weird. Oh, well, maybe you could hear me. Well, no. Maybe I'll do it next week. I'll figure out how to do it. Thank you so much for being here. I am so... Yeah, the merman. There was a merman. My brother's on here. There was a merman. It was like a mermaid, but it was a man. It wasn't really that masculine, but it was this really built man and holding a treasure chest. It's the merman. It was such a crazy tree, but he asked for it. He asked for masculine tree. That's what he got. So thank you for being here. I say it every time, and I mean it every time, that the idea of you spending time with me this way is just an honor for me, and it's just such a gift, and I'm very grateful. So hope to see you next week. I'm going to try to do I'm going to try to do something next week. When I remember what it is, I'll let you know. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Have a great rest of the week. See you soon.